6th day, yeah.
This is on the 6th day. Alright, this one. Yeah, alright. Yeah.
27. So Yahweh created man in his own image. Yeah, Elohim. In the image of Elohim created he him, male and female, created he them.
Created what?
He them.
He, them.
Them. Created. He didn't just create Adam. Alright? Male and female. Because remember, we're reading Genesis chapter 1. It said he created male and female. But he didn't create Eve until verse 2. Chapter 2, that's when he created Eve. So Adam had females around. You understand? No, Adam wasn't even created until chapter 2.
Yeah, Adam as well.
Adam and Eve wasn't even created until chapter 2. There was already men and women, and let me not say man and woman. It was men and women created in chapter 1. So let's go now into chapter 2 and verse 16.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 2 and verse.
And the Most High saw the slave and he put it. And he says he saw the no, wherever he says he saw the people. Let me look my Bible. And behold, it says that the people is and it grieved him. Yeah, there you go, verse 4.
Verse 3 and 4.
Yeah, no, 4. Read chapter 2, verse 4.
This is the book of Genesis chapter 2 and verse 4. These are the generations of the heavens and of the earth when they were created in the day that the Lord power made the earth and the heavens. Every plant of the field before it was in the earth, and every herb of the field before it grew. For the Lord power had not caused it to rain upon the earth, and there was not a man to till the ground.
Alright, so look, he made men in chapter 1. Alright? But then this time, no one was doing the work.
No.
No.
Prepared the earth for you and me, the man.
Alright. Go to verse 1. Go to chapter 2, verse 1.
2 and verse 1. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished.
So the heavens and the earth were finished. So he's already done everything he's done in chapter 1. Alright. But there was men and women created he them in chapter 1. So there was already men and women created. You read, okay?
And all the host of them.
Alright, go
verse
on.
2. And on the 7th day power ended his work which he had made, and he rested on the 7th day from all his work.
Okay, so now we went to so the 7th day rest, okay? But now go to verse 4 where it says, alright, no, there's no man that was there to till the ground, right?
5. And every plant of the field before it was in the earth, and every herb of the field before it grew, for the Lord power had not caused it to rain upon the earth, and there was not a man to till the ground.
Now verse 7.
Yeah, verse 7. And the Lord power formed man of the dust of the ground, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life.
So that breath of life is given the laws, statutes, and the commandments, and it was given to Adam. It wasn't given to all the other men. Because go to chapter 6. No, we're going to do this with you, bro. Go to chapter 6. Alright? Go to chapter 6 and go to the verse 2.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 6 and 1. And it came to pass, when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them.
So these are daughters that were born unto the men, not the sons of God, not the men of Seth. The sons of God are the people of Seth.
That the sons of power saw the daughters of men.
So the sons of God saw the men that was created in chapter 1. Alright? And done what?
Saw the daughters of men that they were fair, and they took them wives.
Let me do Deuteronomy.
Of all which
Let me do
they
Deuteronomy
chose.
chapter 7. Alright, no. Wait, brother. Read this. Deuteronomy. We're going to come back to that. Deuteronomy chapter 7. So this was a law that we shouldn't take women that's not of our sanity, right?
So we must be
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 7.
And these sons of God were not what they call giants or whatever.
No,
these
no.
were
The sons of
not.
God-
They'll say these sons of God were angels that came down and said, "This is not the truth." That sons of God.
I'm
is
with
the
you.
truth. Yeah,
I don't believe in no thing up there.
angels that
down
came and
there.
slept with them. No, that's
All right.
wrong.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 3. Neither shalt thou make marriage with them.
Go on.
Thy daughters thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his son shall thou take
So
for his.
what you were saying,
the daughter shall thou
what's
take for his
there,
son, sorry.
what we're trying to say is, now we're going to go back to what you were saying with Cain. Go back to Genesis. You have to do this in decency in order to give you a little understanding. Go back to Genesis, all right? Chapter, talking about chapter 5, I believe, so chapter 4, sorry. All right? And go to verse 9.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 4, verse 9. And the Lord said unto Cain, Where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not, am I my brother's keeper?
All right, that's wrong to say something like that. Go on.
And he said, What hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the
The
ground.
ground said it shall not be cleansed of the blood that is shed, but by the blood of him that sheddeth it. There's a certain law. Read it. Numbers, you've got to read it.
This
Alright?
is the book
The
of
blood,
Numbers.
the blood is defiled, alright, of killing our brothers. Alright? So the blood is still defiled. That's why he sent Noah to come and cleanse it. So it's been cleansed, and then it happened again and again. It just keeps happening with Esau and Jacob and Esau. It happens still to this day. Right? Keep
This
reading.
is the book of Numbers, chapter 35 and verse 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye
So
are.
they polluted the garden. They polluted it.
Beautiful.
For blood defileth. For
Well,
blood.
not the garden. They was pushed out of the garden, but they polluted the land.
No,
of
no,
the God, right?
you're not far off.
For blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shedded it.
And these people build towns with blood, sweat, and turmoil, man. So
Wow.
they have to receive judgment the same way Cain is going to receive judgment. Bring up the yeah. So keep reading, brother.
Where was
Who's at verse 11? 4 and 11.
4 and 11?
Tell me. Let's say something.
Well, you gotta take the mask off. You don't have corona up there, bro. We fear the Most High because we can't hear you too well.
Okay, I'll take my mark. Please. May I say something? You mentioned the Garden of Eden. You said you were pushed out.
Yeah, they were. We know that. But
Wait. We've got to get clarity. Question number one, who was pushed out? Number two, where's the Garden of Eden?
Garden of Eden is in the center of the world. It's in Israel. It's in Jerusalem.
All right, but well, I'm going to correct you. I'm going to correct you.
But brother,
Because
how
we
we know there was four. But how we know the Garden of Eden is there was 4 rivers, okay? The
now,
river Jordan,
lovely,
the river
lovely.
Euphrates,
Yeah.
the river Nile. All right, that's the 3 rivers I remember. Right?
All right.
But the 4 rivers, they come out of. That's the location of Israel. Them 4 rivers are the same place for
Those
Israel.
rivers that you're talking about, brother, the ones that you mentioned, I'll tell you where they're from. If you look at an atlas, brother,
It's Israel, bro. River Jordan, the river Nile. All right, these 4 rivers they all come out of the river of.
Let me just say something. This was called the fertile prison. Yeah?
which is,
Yeah?
Egypt, is it not called the fertile prison?
It was part of it. But the actual Jerusalem was the motherland.
It's the mother of us all. We read that already.
Yeah, and
But
let's
look,
make Salaki a quick precept.
Go on.
Quick precept. Exodus 11 and 7, you were saying about Ethiopia, yeah? Israel, now listen. 11 and 7, but against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know that the Lord doth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel. So they're not the same people.
Okay.
We're dealing with this, all right? Cain and who are the people that killed Cain, all right? Because you said there was people before.
No, that's not what I said, brother. I'll
Brother,
repeat
I
it.
remember what you said.
I
You
didn't say, I said who
there
are the
were-
people who were not meant to trouble Cain?
Okay, we're gonna get.
That's what I said, brother.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna get into that. Them people there biblically today. There's no end of all the people. Get me that in Ecclesiastes chapter 4 verse the last verse. Chapter 14. Is it chapter 2 verse 14? Yeah. 4. Alright, verse 11. Let's stay on the.
And now, verse 11, and now art thou cursed from the earth, which hath opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shall thou be in the earth.
Alright, so now let's get Isaiah. Alright? Isaiah, Isaiah 24 verse 5. Alright?
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 24 and verse 5.
It's spiritual, Cain is spiritual, yeah?
The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof,
Alright?
because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant.
Alright, they've changed the laws, alright? They're here in Isaiah's time. Alright? Go on, read John.
Verse 6. Therefore thou have cursed, divided the earth, and they shall dwell.
Alright, yeah, that's it, right? Yeah. Alright, yeah, that's it. Now get this, get your precept. So they're like you said, what's done in the old is done in the new. In Isaiah, in the same thing in Genesis, when he said that Cain, wherever you go, alright, read that there, bro.
This is the book of the preacher, Ecclesiastes, the preacher, chapter 4, verse 16. There is no end to all the people,
No end to all the people.
even of all that have been before them.
So whatever was done in the past is done in the new times, okay? There's no
They-
end of all the people.
they-
The same people of Cain and Abel and them, they might not be here, but spiritually, they are here spiritually today, okay?
They also that came after shall not rejoice in him.
Exactly.
Surely,
Those that came after, alright?
surely this is also vanity and vexation of spirit.
Alright, so go.
Right, now verse 14. No, 13.
Yeah.
And Cain said unto the Lord, my punishment is Yahweh, my punishment is greater than I can bear.
Exactly.
Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid, and I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth. And it shall come to pass that every one that findeth me shall slay me.
Because they know that you're not meant to kill, bro. If you're a killer and you're a wicked man, that people are going to come and stand up for righteousness and kill, like how David done. David was a mighty man, he stood up for righteousness, and he was going to kill him. So if Cain and Abel and Adam and Eve are the only people on the earth, right? Who are these people that are going to slay him?
So that proved that Adam and Eve were not the first.
Wasn't the only people.
Exactly. So this
But
is
they
what-
are the first to keep the commandments and to break the commandments. Alright? Yeah, they are the first to keep commandments and break commandments. They are.
Verse 15. And Yahweh said unto him, therefore, whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him
How
sevenfold.
many times?
Sevenfold.
Psalm 79 and 12.
7 times.
And Yahweh set a mark upon Cain, lest any finding him should kill him.
Alright, so go to 19. And remember, he took a wife. Cain took a wife and had a son and called the city Enoch after his son's name. So how could there not be what wife did he take? He didn't take his mom. There was women around, alright? Alright? But
This-
people don't read it enough to get knowledge and study. Yeah.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 79 and verse 12.
Bring it out.
And render unto our neighbors sevenfold unto their house, unto their bosom.
So we are told in Psalms to render unto these people sevenfold. Alright? This is the same people that are going to slay Cain. Alright? Now let's find out who slayed Cain. Alright? Verse 19, right?
Is that Genesis 19?
Genesis, no, chapter 4. Chapter 4, verse 19.
This is the book of Genesis 4:19. And Lamech took unto him 2 wives.
Lamech took 2 wives.
And the name of one was Adar,
Yep.
and the name of the other Zillah.
Alright, go on.
And Adar bare Jabal.
Yeah.
He was the father of such as dwell in tents, and of such as have cattle.
So that is how you would say, you know what I mean? The people moved. Abraham's people moved, right? Moved that intense and cattle, right? So,
And his brother's name was Jabal.
alright?
And he was the father of all such as handled the harp and organs.
So we know that these are the children of men. Alright? These are not the sons of God. Alright? These are the children of men. Go on, continue.
22. And Zillah, she also bare Tubal Cain, an instructor of every
So
art
who came, brother?
Tubal Cain.
Sabal King. Sabal King.
Tubal Cain.
Yeah? it's hyphenated. It's hyphenated. His name is Cain. Tubal Cain. Alright? It's hyphenated.
An instructor of every artificer in brass and iron.
Okay, that was his job. The job was to be, there was metalworks and things going on. Alright? They were very smart like that. They weren't stupid.
And the sister of Tubal Cain was Naamah.
Alright?
And Lamech said unto his wives, Adah and Zilhah, hear my voice, ye wives of Lamech, hearken unto my speech, for I have slain a man to my wounding, and a young man to my hurt. If Cain shall be avenged sevenfold, truly Lamech 70 and sevenfold.
Exactly. So look, Cain was Lamech slew Cain. So now, who are the people that slew Cain? Right? Who are they in the spirit? They are the Edomites. They are the Edomites because we read it in Psalms.
Yes.
All right, that they're going to say, get Matthew.
Wait, let me ask you a question. Say now.
I'm going to listen to you, brother. Go on, bro.
Well, if we were first given the instruction, if the people were given the instruction to kill Cain, because of what would be visited upon them,
yes.
why did Lamech do it and by whose permission?
Yeah, no, he done it. He didn't know. He didn't know. He just saw a wild man looking like a monster. Bro. You understand? Because they are.
Wasn't he marked?
Yeah, but he didn't. He might not have. He might have just been.
We can't guess here, brother.
I don't know, but he done it, innit? He done it. Like you said that. We can't guess. You told me then. What happened?
Well, I don't know. That's what I'm asking
All
you.
right, that's what it is spiritually. God made it. Man's goings are of God. God made him do it, innit? You think he didn't do it without God telling him to do it?
Well,
it's just his judgment.
But we'd have found it here.
Yeah, but all right, we're going to show you through the precepts. Matthew 20:24. Get me get me Matthew 20:24. No, give me Matthew. Sorry, 23:35.
This is the book of Matthew,
Wait, let's answer Bob's question before we get there. No, that's okay, brother. Matthew 20:24. Proverbs 20. You know what?
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 20. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 20, verse 24. Man's goings are of Yahweh.
Everything that everyone does is of the Heavenly Father.
That's right.
How can a man then understand his own ways?
How can we understand what we do? Like you said, we can't actually put in there and add to this Bible and say that Lamech killed him because rare. Like you said, it's in there. Alright? He had a mark on him, but Lamech obviously might not have seen the mark or been aware of it because he done it. Because it was of the Most High. Man's goings, Lamech's ways are of God. Do you get that?
Yes.
Alright.
So he's David, but look what David did.
Okay, but if get me James. We're going into something else now, but I'll just show you for understanding. Give me James chapter 1. Alright, and verse 26.
This is the book of James.
Oh, wait, let me just clarify this.
If any man among you should be religious,
No, that's not.
25. But he will become
No, James, I think go to 12. It's the King James. Alright, find it.
Blessed is the man that enjoys temptation.
Alright, 12. Go to James 1 and 12. Yeah.
This is the book of James, chapter 1 and verse 12. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai have promised to them that love him. Let no man say that he is tempted.
When he is tempted.
Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of God.
Exactly, because what it is, we have the ability of grace. And with grace, we are given choices, and we have a life, right? That's why we said the conclusion of the whole matter. Get the conclusion of the whole matter. Because what we're saying to our brothers and sisters, we have been given grace, and through grace, we have been given choice, and through choice, we have a choice to be righteous or wicked. Okay? You understand?
Very much.
All right.
This is the book when you're ignorant. When you're ignorant,
so I'm prideful.
and you don't know.
I'm prideful.
This
Right?
is
Pride
the book
is bliss.
of
Ignorance is bliss, right? Alright?
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12 and verse 13. let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
So, like you said, once we've went the whole, because now we've gone to Genesis, we've given it understanding that Lamech, all right, he is biblically, he is Esau. All right, Cain, Lamech, both of them, they're gonna be, they're both biblically like Edomites and Amalekites. All right, that's their spirit. Our spirit is Seth and Abel, because after Abel and Cain was gone, Adam and Eve, the nation of Adams and the nation of the Eves, they created the nation of Seth. And then now we are the nation of Abel and Seth, spiritually. All right, go on. Okay.
So we are the killers.
No, the killers are Cain and Lamech.
So where did they go then? Where did
I
they
don't
live?
understand that, sister. Wait, let's do this.
I'll come back.
Alright, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Yahweh and keep his commandments,
Keep his commandments.
for this is the whole duty of man.
That's the whole duty of man. So once we've gone through Genesis and we find out that there was more people and nations, all right, we need to know what is our duty. Deuteronomy chapter 10 and verse 12.
Yes, sir.
What is our duty now?
Well, I know it's mentioned in Leviticus. It's 500 rules to follow.
Well, that is good. No, it's good. There is around 500
Yes,
because
sir.
100 and something of them are taken away because of sacrifice.
And I
we're
will
not
make
meant to
it.
keep. We're not meant to keep the sacrificial laws anymore because we're in Rome. We're in the time of the Babylonians where they don't allow us to keep sacrificing. And he's fed up with sacrifice. All right, we'll just do sin and be like, okay, I've got my lamb on my back. I can sin. I'm gonna do sacrifices later on. It's like you're just disrespecting the animals. Right?
But even if you go further, brother, into the days of Moses wrote it down to 10 because of the limitation of our mind.
So all right, can you be a faggot?
Sorry?
Can you be a batty?
No, sir.
But that's
no,
not in
it's
the,
possible.
Is that in the Ten Commandments?
Yes, it is.
It's in that
No,
we-
no, it's in Leviticus. It speaks about that.
But yeah, but so there you go.
Speaks about
So
it.
how did he break it down just the 10? He didn't.
No,
When
no.
you read the 10, that means you will keep all of it. That's what it means.
No, brother, no.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10 and verse 12. Now Israel, what doeth Yahweh thy power require of thee? But to fear Yahweh thy power, to walk in all his ways, to love him, to serve Yahweh thy power with all thine heart and with all thy soul, to keep the commandments,
To do what?
to keep the commandments of Yahweh and his statutes, which I command thee this day for thy good.
So the so-called blacks, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, we have to keep the commandments. All right? We are biblically the Israelites because we fit the curses of the Israelites for disobedience. All right? Do you get that?
How did we disobey, brother?
By not keeping his commandments.
Okay, now I'm going to go back to something we spoke about here about the Israel. When all the tribes had a particular duty. Okay?
Yeah.
12 tribes.
Yeah, we understand.
Because this is where they're from and who they are.
Yeah.
Just going back to the ones who were carrying the utensils of God. Special, you know.
The Levites.
Was it the Levites?
It is the Levites. Yeah, the utensils.
Thank you, the Levite priest. And it was so great, brother, this command and this, you know, duty, that if it was not obeyed, death would come from them.
Leviticus chapter 10 and verse 1.
Okay?
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 10 and verse 1. And Nubai and Behu, the sons of Aaron,
For sons of Aaron, two of the sons of Aaron, right?
took either of them his censer,
Nadab,
Nadab
and Ebu, yeah?
and Abu, the sons of Aaron, took each of them his censer and put fire therein.
So like the instrument.
Yeah.
Put fire there and put
And put fire therein,
Fire therein.
and put incense,
and put what?
and put
Let's
incense
get some
thereon,
I can smell your one, brother.
Yeah, it's not. It's burnt up.
Okay.
and offer strange fire,
And offered what?
and offer strange fire before Yahweh,
Offered strange incense before the Most High, right? Yahweh.
which he commanded them not.
And he commanded them not to do that. Okay. Go on.
But there went out fire from Yahweh
Wow.
and devoured them,
Fire from the skies like
and
a
they
lightning bolt.
died
Wow.
before Yahweh.
Swam, two of them, bam, bam, dead on the spot. Alright? Right before your hour. Like, what? You're Levites, man. What are you doing?
And
Bam! Dead. Strange. You weren't meant to do that. Alright, go on.
Verse 3. Then Masha, Moses, said unto Aaron, this is it that Yahweh spake.
Speaking Hebrew.
yeah,
Masha is Hebrew for Moses. And Aharawan is Aaron. Oh, right?
Is it, Salakia, this is it that Yahweh spake, saying, I will be sanctified in them that come nigh me, and before all the people I will be glory. And Aaron held his peace.
Yeah. So look, basically, go on.
sorry, but is that the same Aaron who was the helper of Moses?
The one that built a golden calf for the Israelites, and Moses went up to the
Moses' brother.
Oh, but
Moses'
it wasn't
brother.
him who built it.
Well, he did build it.
He built it for the people.
No, the people put him under pressure.
Yeah, they did.
Immense
they did, but
pressure.
he built it.
But he still built it.
All right, let's go.
Is that in the Bible?
Yes, it is.
Show me that out.
All right. Okay, but it's not even there or there.
This is the book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 2 and verse 4.
Remember, you haven't finished your point. We're just trying to clarify what they
There's so
say
much.
is biblical. The Levites got into this desired trouble. They got into severe trouble for not obeying. Thus saith how the Levites.
And we are the Israelites, are we not?
Yes.
Did we not be the same Levites?
Yeah, well, biblically, we are all kings and priests. So we have let's just take it by time.
This is the book of 2 Chronicles,
I like the
chapter
fact
2
you said that, because
and
Leviticus
verse
21,
4.
Leviticus 21, we talked about the beard. Levites, the priests are meant to have beards.
Behold, I build an house to the name of Yahweh my power, to dedicate
Okay,
it.
sorry, 2 Chronicles chapter 2 and verse 4, right? Yeah, sorry, listen, I was talking on.
Behold, I build an house to the name of the Lord Yahweh my power, to dedicate it to him, and to burn before him sweet incense,
Yes.
and for the continual showbread, and for the burnt offerings morning and evening, on the Sabbaths, and on the new moon, and on the solemn feast of Yahweh our power. This is an ordinance forever to
Did you say Surat, brother? Did you say Surat?
Surat.
We said Surat. You said chapter.
Sirach chapter 39 and 14. Whoever's getting that, just get that quickly.
Sirach chapter 29.
have something?
No, I just got the
Alright, hold on a bit.
This is the book.
Pause everything again.
Yeah, this is the book of Sirach chapter 29 and verse 14.
Bring it out.
An honest man is surety for his neighbor, but he that is impudent will forsake him. Forget Forget not the friendship of thy surety, for he hath given his life for thee. A sinner will overthrow the good estate of his surety. Is that it?
No, it's meant to talk about on our thing, frankincense. It's like that.
And see the honesty, I love it. I love it. Because you have to clarify everything you say.
Yeah, we want to make sure it's correct. We don't want to show you anything.